Hello there. Today I'm going to be introducing you to a game by the name of Hotline Miami. Now let me tell you, Hotline Miami is a top-down shooter from hell. The game starts off with a somewhat nonsensical story, but from what I've gathered of it, you're basically playing a psychopathic killer. I'm not that far into the game, but it's not too long anyway. I believe it's around 4 hours to complete the game, if you play it a certain way, I guess. It's a tactical game in which you can scan the whole level and plan out your route and notice all the patterns of the guards you need to kill and where they're positioned so you can get off good kills and get off them without being caught if that's your style. Because you can take out guards by punching them, you can take them out by throwing stuff at them, and you can take them out by shooting them. Of course, the shooting part ends up making noise which will alert other guards around the place, and they may come after you. Of course, both ways of playing are legit. Like Mark of the Ninja, this game supports different playstyles. You can go full-on shooter mode if you want, or you can go for a stealthier and more tactical game style where you plan out everything ahead of time and you take targets out in an intelligent way. One more thing, the game is hard as nails. One shot and you're dead. One shot and they're dead, but there's more of them than you, so you're gonna die a hell of a lot. You will die in this game countless times unless you plan everything ahead perfectly. Even then, not everything is predictable. The AI in the game isn't perfect, and acts a little oddly at times, so you really can't be a genius in this game. You really need to go and get your hands dirty and die a whole bunch. Thing is, when you die, you reload just as fast and start at the beginning of the level you're currently on. The levels in the game are not that large at all. The levels will take you maybe 30 seconds to beat if you know them perfectly. They aren't large at all, so the progress you get won't be lost really because there is no progress. And because you aren't losing any major progress when you're dying, that element of hating dying kind of goes away. I haven't really thought of it before, but I guess the whole hating of dying in video games isn't really from the dying itself, and is a lot more from what you lose in dying. Whether it be items, or whether it be just progress in the single player game, or whether it be a KD ratio in a Call of Duty game. But even if there's none of those things, the time lost is still there. If you have to wait through a big loading screen every time you die, then that's another thing. And I think there's some worth to putting frustrating things and penalties for dying in games, but in a title like this, I really appreciate the difference and the fact that there is no real punishment for dying. You won't have lost progress when you die, instead you'll have just learned something. And that's awesome and makes the game pretty unique in the fact that even though I'm dying over and over and over again, that doesn't frustrate me at all. So, the game has this wacky premise and pretty intense and fun gameplay with good life and death mechanics. But then it goes on to deliver all of that perfectly. If any game in history could be described as an acid trip, it's this. From the tilted and off-color visuals that you will find on your screen at all times, to the phone calls you get when you wake up in the morning. From the awesome music, the weird music that's going on in the background, to these crazy masks that you wear. Everything in the game just comes together perfectly. It fits together to create, well, something special. Hotline Miami is a crime game done right in so many ways. So do yourself a favor and pick it up if you can. It costs $10 on Steam and often goes on sale for less. I'll definitely post a link to that right below, so check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you'd like to see more content like this in the future, you can subscribe to my channel and let me know. I have been Maple Dungeons, and I will see you next time.